What I did. I had to restart the live, y'all. My bad. Come on back in, y'all. Didn't I tell y'all to be quiet in there? Do y'all really think I'm playing with y'all? Like I won't end this live and tell y'all but okay, I had to restart the live, so it's gonna be a totally different link. Hold on. Now I gotta wait for the god doggone thing to show up. Hold on, let me look on this phone. Don't make no sense. I don't know. I call myself trying to copy link and I end up ending the live. Ain't that crazy? So now I gotta redo it all over again. Now I'm not even seeing the live yet. I'm finna put it on my I'm finna put it on my community post wall and then go over there and touch on it. Finna put it on my community post. Give me like 10 seconds. Hold on, I'm finna don't click the one you see. I'm finna do a whole nother one. Count to 5 and then look, count to 5 and then click on it. Now you can do it now. Go to my community post and that's the link right there. I was trying to put it in the comments section, but I can't see the live yet. Y'all see me, but I can't see the live on my own. I guess they said you just ended the live, bitch. And the one that keeps showing up is the one I just ended, not the one I just started. So yeah, go over there. I know. Thanks for coming back, y'all. Yeah, go to the community post wall and then click on it. And she'll tell you what to do to get in here. There you go. There she is, y'all. Come on in. Hey, come on in, girl.
Me?
Hey, Deb. Come on back, y'all. Share the live, y'all. That was crazy.
Hear me?
Cause I don't know how to work it from going live on YouTube. I'm still learning. I got StreamYard down way
Yeah.
better than I do this, but I gotta learn. Cause you get more views on when you go live from your phone.
Can you
Hear
can
you
you
loud
hear
and
me?
clear.
Okay. How is everybody this evening?
Good, they coming back. I see 11 people in here. Come on, y'all. Hit the like button. I only got one like though. Yes, we can hear you. Probably, yep. Y'all hit the like button, y'all. Let me let Miss Shauna tell her story. We all ears. Whenever you ready.
All right. So, like I had told you, I was married for 15, almost 16 years before I met Charlie. And when we had got married, we had picked our wedding photographer, and it was someone that he had went to high school with. And so it just so happened that the day of our wedding, her husband had walked out on her the night before our wedding for her to come and do
Damn.
the ceremony, the pictures before, the pictures during the day. Like when she's telling us to smile for one picture, she's like, this is the
Oh
of
wow.
your life, so take it for what it's worth, and always remember this. Just little things. So we fast forward 12 years from that, and he tells me that we had got into an argument and legally separated. So I was living in my own place. We had owned two houses, so I was living in the other house that we had rented out, and he was still living in the old family home. Well, we had ended up supposed to be doing something, going to dinner or something, trying to work on the relationship. So he tells me that, his friends want to take him out because they seen how down he was and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So he ends up going out for the night. And so that next morning, probably about 9 o'clock in the morning, our youngest daughter was like sick, had a real bad fever. So I was trying to break her fever and all that at our house. We had children's titles on everything. So I went over to that house to go and get it. Well, the back door to that house is never locked. There's a chain on the
Mm.
door. So I ended up going in the side door that goes to the basement. I come in, notice there's a purse just chilling on my dining room table. Walk back towards my bedroom, and I don't see nobody but him. And he comes rushing out the room. Oh, hey, how you doing? What's going on? I seen that you had called. I was in the shower. Blah blah blah.
Right.
I noticed I see some light coming from up underneath my damn closet door, and then I know it's like again is that one of the kids' purses that I ain't seen before?
Right.
So I went to my closet, and the light I'm seeing is this fat bitch in my closet, half naked. She ain't got no shirt on, but she got on a dress, and she got 911 on speed dial. That's the light that I seen. And guess
Mm.
who it is? The
Oh my.
wedding photographer
Wow. Oh my God.
from our wedding 13 years before that. You know,
Mm. Mm-mm.
so
So you found this out
I
13 years after y'all got married.
yep. And she ended up in my closet 13 years after. I beat the shit out of her. Uh, then called the police or whatever. Now, my oldest child wasn't my ex-husband, but her father is a police officer in the city, and her uncle, his brother. So he ends up showing up. They're trying to arrest me for fighting. They're like, well, I mean, this is her property. She owns the house, correct? I could tear up half of everything in this mofo, and you are actually trespassing in my home. So I got every right to beat you up.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, then it took me 2 years to get the divorce because in the meantime find out that she's pregnant. He doesn't want to be with her. He still wants to be in a relationship with me and wants me to help him take care of this baby and like everything is okay.
What?
Yes, honey. So
Hold
like
on. Let
I
me see if
said,
I
at
got
that
this right
point,
so far. Let me see if I'm with you.
yeah.
You got
Okay.
married to this guy,
Yep.
and his friend was the person who took the photos. And the night before the
Yep. They went to
wedding,
high school with.
they went to
Yep.
high school. And the night before y'all wedding, her husband walked out on her.
Yep.
So she was down in the dumps and talking all kind of worst day of your life, trying to act like she being facetious. All the while,
Uh-huh.
she probably, hating or whatever the case may be, or just miserable.
Miserable.
Fast
Yep.
forward 13 years later, go to so ain't no telling how long this been going on.
So, so the thing is, hold on. This is the part that I forgot though. So the friends that wanted to take him out because they
Hmm.
felt bad for him because he was looking sad about our relationship, that was a whole farce. The whole thing was it was a high school reunion. So that's how they linked back up. He
Oh,
didn't want to take me to the high school reunion.
damn.
So, yeah.
Now,
So,
don't they think?
and so like I said, she ended up pregnant. And he tried to still continue to keep me, and it wasn't happening. So then, when we went to court, it was like he wanted everything, even the dog,
Wow, out of
because
spite.
I didn't want to take him back. So when we're talking about like those relationships, like people jump into relationships after they've been in something, or they just want to jump on the next thing because they got out of a relationship. I couldn't do that. It took me 3 years, and like I said, I'm glad I did because I
Right,
was blessed with my Charlie. And it
right.
took 2 years. I made him chase me for 2 years.
Mm. Wow.
So yeah,
Y'all
that's
still
what I
cordial
say.
now? Did y'all cordial? Y'all just don't
Um,
talk it out.
I was always cordial with him. He's the one that had the problem. Like he tried to take the kids from me because I didn't want to be with him. It was horrible for what they I'd say probably the past 3 years is when it's like started to be smooth, and that's because our kids are all pretty much grown.
Right,
But during those times though, it's like and he would let her do rude things, and I have to beat her up again,
right.
stuff like that. But yeah, like I said,
So
now it's to the point where it's cordial because, like I said, our last child is graduating this year, and it's like we don't really have to interact with each other. And the more that I acted like I didn't care, the worse he was.
Candy G said, did the court side with him or with you?
Actually, it was both of it was pretty much like we had to, because we couldn't come to an agreement for things. We had to either he had to buy me out of the house, I had to buy him out of it. So we ended up having to sell. So we sold both the
Um,
houses. We ended up getting the dog. I was custodial parent for the kids. It was still 50-50. You know what I mean? Like I didn't
right.
have more than he did. It's just that they lived with me while they went to school. And then when I moved away from the place where we had lived for a long time, the
Mm-hmm.
kids didn't like that we had moved away. So it was at this point where then you want to stay there with your father, then that's fine. So that's when he became custodial parents of the kids that wanted to stay there, and the ones that didn't stayed with me.
Oh, I see. How many kids y'all had together?
4.
Okay. So that woman that did the pictures 13 years later in the closet, did he ever tell you how long they been messing
Yep.
around?
From what everybody said was that they'd always just stayed friends, but they didn't start messing with each other until that night. And he brought her to my house in the bed that I was pregnant with all my children and
Wow.
slept with her in my house. Yeah,
So
that
he
night.
ended up kind of
And then,
staying
like I
with
said,
her.
yeah, because he at first he wanted to. If I would stay with him and help him, he would be willing to fix the
Okay,
relationship that
Shannon.
we had in our marriage, and I
Uh,
didn't want to. So
mhm.
at that point, that's when he became my enemy, and that's when he made it hard for everything for the longest time. And like I said, and then once me and Charlie got together, it was more or less like he tried to be even nastier and ruder and more intentional on being hurtful
Right.
because now I didn't, I was sad and I was miserable. Of course, it's like you're grieving. It's the death of a relationship. It might not be the
Right.
death of that person, but
Hmm.
that relationship with that person, that's a death there. So it's a grief process,
Right.
you know.
Candy
And
G said,
until
I'm
you get
glad you had the strength to walk away. Thank you, Candy.
Thank you, Candy.
Hmm.
And it was hard. It really was because I felt like I was a failure. Like, did I do something wrong? And then because I wouldn't stay, then it made me feel like, am I hurting my children because of it? Should I be the bigger person because of? But then, like I said, I prayed on it, and I woke up one morning and I said, I'll be damned.
Right.
It's
Because just
not for
think if you
me.
had stayed, like if you had stayed and
I
forgave him,
exactly,
you would have been giving him
ex-
permission to keep doing what he doing and worse.
yes, ma'am. And that's just something that I can't do. And it can't, like, a lot of it too, like, that what hurt me more was like my family was siding with him, telling me that I should stay with him, and so that became hurtful. Like my mom even sided with him and was like, things happen, but look at, the years, the children, the relationship. You're pulling
So
the
he
kids
mean
out.
to,
It's
he
like,
must be
no,
making a lot of money.
yeah,
That's the only reason why I can see people. I mean, that's not no excuse, but that's the main reason why people, especially women, tell other women,
yep,
even their mothers tell them, don't
yep.
you pay him
And
no
that was,
never mind. That's a good man.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. Like, yeah, the kids are, you got too much invested. What are you gonna do? What about the houses? Where are you gonna live? And it was rough. It was, but like I said, I'm so glad that I did it and that I stood my ground. Because, like I said, I didn't have anybody. It seemed like everybody had turned against me. And, all I had was my mom and my sister, and they both turned against me. And to this
Right.
day, my sister is best friends with the fat bitch. I mean, with that lady.
What?
Excuse me for cursing on your channel. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you good.
Yeah.
You good.
Oh, yeah. They
Candy
go
G
to
said
lunch
you teaching
together,
your daughters not to take that type of treatment. That's a great mom. Hey, real life, you
and
back?
that's
Come on back. Y'all share the live for me.
Thank you. And that's all that I could think about in my mind. You know what I'm saying? At that time, my oldest daughter, she's 27 now. And I think she was like 14, 15, 14, 15 when that happened. 12, 30, yeah. Think about it. Let me see. About between the ages of 10 and 14, around in there. And so
Hey, Karen.
that was one thing that I just couldn't do. And then for a while, when my daughter was, into females and everything like that, I was thinking that maybe that was something that traumatized her and the arguments and the fights that made her not want to be with a man no more.
Thank you, real
But
life.
it
Please, everybody.
wasn't.
What's I finna say? And these people don't even tell you. I could see if their whole thing was you ain't got nowhere to go. Stay there, let them pay the bills. On the low,
Mhm.
low, put your money up and get out there in 30 days. They won't even tell you that. They
Right.
try to make you work it out. Ain't no working it out with nobody like that. That's
Uh,
like going to
and
giving Satan a pass.
Exactly. And see, that was one of the things that my mom had always taught me anyway. You always keep yourself a bank account. And that's something that I always did. I listened to what she had said. So to me, it was odd for her to do that. And it's like, I graduated from college. I had a degree. It's not, even though I was a housewife, I went to school while I was a housewife raising my children. So I always had something to fall back on. And I was a phlebotomist and a medical laboratory tech. So it's not like I didn't have anything and I just had a bunch of kids and this man that took care of me. No, he did take care of me. I'll never take that away from him. But
Hmm.
like I said, he might have been a good provider, but he was not a good husband or mate.
Right. That's two different things.
And exactly. And I don't care. I would rather not be provided for than to have to deal with somebody that. And then my whole thing is like, if all right, we were going to stay together and I don't have to be with you in like an intimate sense. We got our own rooms and
Right.
we're just doing this for the kids. I would have been able to do that. But no, you talking about want to still be in my bedroom in between my legs when you done been doing everything with your in between things. So
Right.
no,
That's why I'm give you something.
thank you. And that's one thing that I can never get back. My time and my health if you give me something that can't be cured.
Right. And if it could be, who want to take medicine for 7, 10 days and
Thank you. Like I said,
who
I
out you
never had
caught
a
you
yeast
just
infection,
burning?
let alone anything else. No, thank you. If nature ain't gave me nothing in my hoo ha, ain't nobody else gonna.
It's all about control, manipulation. They have no, your best interest is not at heart. And I'm talking about scenarios, period, like this. Whether it's you, me, whoever. Because the person that really
Exactly.
genuinely love you and care for you and respect you and loyal to you, they'll have enough respect for you to tell you they're not happy if they're really not happy and
Thank
move on.
you. And like I said, that's one of the things about the relationship that I have now is like there is no none of that. Well, I was mad the other day, but I ain't said no. As soon as we have any type of, it's like, you know what, you hurt my feelings when you did that.
Right.
Well, I didn't like when you did. And it's normally I'm always the first person like, well, that hurt my feelings. But I'm also the type that I sometimes don't listen all the way too. Like he'll say something, and then all of a sudden I hear,
Right. You anticipate.
right. I'm very, very like I have to work on, and I've worked on for a
And the
long
fact that you
time.
can even admit that shows that, you know what I'm saying, you have some you somebody worthy of being with. Because some people can't acknowledge, they can only finger point, but they can't get the needle out their own that. They can't say what they need worked on. They always the victim. It's always you did, you need to stop.
Yeah, I try to go into it as the fact to think about like how would I feel if they treated me that way, or how would I feel if they said that to me, or and sometimes it's not even about what you
Right,
say. With me, it's how I say it. Like I'm a loud. Sometimes I'm loud, especially because I'm emotional, and so it's like I'll get loud and emotional when I'm not hollering,
right.
but I am hollering.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So yeah. So how's everybody's evening? This it's been a wild day. We have been from Kentucky to Illinois to Indiana and back to Kentucky.
Ooh, y'all be rolling. How you like that life?
Yes.
How you like, I
I
mean,
love it. This
mhm.
it'll be 3 years this year.
I used to love
2
it.
years. 2. Yes, I do. I love it. And it's rocks. It's bad when like my first night at home, I love it, but then that second night, I wake up all through the night because I can't hear the truck starting and
Hmm.
I don't feel the vibration from the truck moving.
Right. At first, I was
So
scared because being in that front seat and had that bounciness going, not never being in an 18 wheeler before at the time, so I had to get used to it. I
yeah,
was like dizzy. I would have did it more, but my kids was little then. My kids was like 3 and 4, so I couldn't be. It was
yeah,
just like once a month type of thing for me. But I wasn't going to be leaving my
yeah.
kids.
Right,
They could have went with us.
exactly.
They would. We all would have been in that sucker.
I know that's right. And I see a lot of there's families that do that. Like, excuse me, there was one we were at. I'm trying to think. Remember when we that one truck that I think it was in Pennsylvania, and it was a lady with her husband and three kids, all of them in that truck.
Wow. Nothing
That's
wrong with
too
that. The
much for
way
me.
life set up these
Yeah.
days, shit. We all might have to go get us a
Who
bus,
you
a
telling?
school bus, and revamp that sucker. Oh, I don't know,
No, no.
child. I
That's
don't
what we were
know.
telling the other day. Like we grocery shop just for the truck, and just the little things for the truck because my freezer is only so big and the fridge is only so big.
Right.
It worked out. It was $73 of groceries just for the truck.
Oh, wow. Are you serious?
And it was
Damn,
a
what y'all be eating on?
hamburger to do hamburger helper with some tuna for tuna helper and some canned chicken because I use the canned
And
chicken
that's
for
supposed to
tuna
be
helper too.
inexpensive stuff.
And then so like I like to get the hamburger, you get it at Kroger's or whatever, and it's like ground beef and ground pork together, and it's $7 for a package, 2 pounds of it. So I always get
Mm.
that, split it in half, roll it out, fold it up, put it in the freezer. And so it's like got that, but then we got like regular hamburger patties and some frozen chicken, and then like yogurt, butter. But like I said, you only get like little bits of this, like a little half a thing. Instead of a whole dozen of eggs, we get the half a dozen because it fits in there.
Right.
$73.
Because everything's so high. We got to stop
Oh,
eating meat. Hell, it ain't real meat no way.
I was just about to say, everybody better invest in gardens in there. If you got a backyard, invest in it. And if you don't, invest in the container garden. That's what we used to do when we lived in an apartment before we moved into the house.
I
I
always
had a
wondered about
patio,
that. It's like
and
people
I
say, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
I said they just have like these little things you can buy them at Home Depot, and it's like a sock is what it looks like, and it has like soil inside of it, and you just cut a little hole. Like you can get them in different sizes. You can get one like 2 feet long, however you want, and you just cut little holes in it, and then you just put your seeds down in there, and then it just grows inside the sock. You can do a sock. You can do milk jugs. You can do those little
Oh,
containers
right,
that
right.
people do storage in for Christmas things, like those totes. You can grow anything in anything. Just grow it.
So
Like,
you would grow
I
like vegetable, like tomatoes, onions. What about
in a
watermelons and
bucket.
stuff?
You can grow little things like that, but you have to make sure that they're the miniature ones because otherwise, those birds are gonna. If you're on a patio or anything, them birds gonna come get your shit. Little
Oh,
raccoons and
wow. See,
squirrels
it's
gonna run
always
up there and
something.
get them.
Damn,
Yep.
it's
But like I
always
said, a
something.
lot you can take care of that by just like little things like squirrels don't like hair, so put hair clippings around little things you don't want them to touch. Have like you could sprinkle cayenne pepper. The birds don't like that on certain things. Grow certain herbs within your garden that certain animals don't like either. So the smell of the herbs will deter them from coming around. But my tomatoes, I grew them in a bucket with like that piece of steel piece that like a stop sign or the signs are used
Uh-huh.
for.
Oh, I know
I
what you're
just like
talking
got a
about.
piece, cut a piece of it off, and then let my tomatoes would vine up on that. Cucumbers, I put a piece of lattice on the side, like lattice, that wood stuff that
Right.
crisscrosses that lattice. Put that on the side. The cucumbers and beans will shoot up on the side of that. You can grow anything anywhere.
I'm just gonna just I'm just gonna chalk it up to just having a liquid diet because food food is not in my future. It just don't seem like, it's too expensive. It don't taste good no more. You're getting fat for no damn reason, or you eat too
One of my
much of it. You just
subscribers said, "Said you're
yeah,
just gonna drink wine and smoke cigarettes. That's it."
right, shit, and a bunch of spring water or something with some lemon in it, alkaline the water, something, because it just ain't looking good. You almost got to just like raise your kids now to like get their stomach to shrink now before the shit really hit the fan, because we don't know what's gonna happen with these
I
tariffs and
drink my
food.
stomach.
Shrink the stomach, baby. Shrink it. Just get them used to drinking a lot of water and some crackers, saltines, Ritz on a good day on payday. You can give them some Ritz. You
You
know
give
they're a
them
little
some
more
Rick from
expensive.
Payday or the club crackers, them buttery crackers.
Right. Right. Because we don't know what we eating. Meat, yeah. Whose meat though? Is it the children that's been on the milk carton since the 70s? Where are they getting all this meat from? They had to
How
get
you
them
can
from
get a
somewhere.
bag of chicken leg quarters for like 59.79 cents a pound, so you pay like good $6-7 for a big bag of chicken thighs and legs. Man, I
Mm.
seen a bag that shit was $14,
Baby, that's
and it was
gonna have
only
that
about six
$14 bag
six
got to
seven
last.
pounds. Yes,
Mm-mm.
that's why you cracked me up when you was talking about Tony gonna eat that freezer burnt chicken. I said, somebody probably
Well,
looking at me right
Peachy
now
said
like,
it's good for you. It's all good. It ain't gonna hurt you. I'm like, okay, I don't know, cause
My mom said, unless it's black, don't eat it.
mm-mm. I'm tired of
Oh, I
food,
don't
y'all. I
want
get so
to.
disappointed.
Yes, me too. Everything is higher than a giraffe's ass, and then it doesn't even have a good flavor to it anymore. Like, there's
Right,
no flavor
exactly.
to anything.
You
I
just
was
best
so
go on and cook it
excited.
yourself.
I got some of those Subway nachos that they got. I was so excited for $5 and it was decent. I said that was
What?
all right.
Subway
Yeah.
nachos.
And you could choose like the cheese Dorito ones or whatever, and then you choose either chicken or the meat that they use for the fill, either of those, and then you put your vegetable toppings on. Some Subway nachos for $5.
I didn't know they even sold that. Oh, I don't trust the meat. I
Mm,
don't eat the meat from the Chinese place. I don't eat no meat that's like boneless. I want to see the wing. I don't want no wing that's bigger
yes,
than my baby finger. So, I mean,
they're
shit.
talking
I
about
went through all this
chicken
trouble to
nuggets
have
at
this surgery.
McDonald's.
Oh my God. And you know them nuggets
They
used
said
to be
that's
fried
not
back in the 80s
yes, there's even no chicken in the nuggets now.
at all. She said I saw that foot long nachos. Cause they just coming up with anything. They just grabbing shit out their ass like a damn rabbit. Just tricks, just whatever. They just go to sleep, wake up, and guess what? They'll
Right.
buy it. They'll buy anything.
We're gonna have to go back to eating rabbits the way it's going.
Coons, possums, something. Each other, shit.
Yeah, better not pull that rabbit out the hat. You get jumped.
Oh my goodness, child. Now speaking of relationships, this is a time not to be breaking up with somebody that's if it's good, it's good. You know what I'm saying? Let it be good. But if you a type of person that got somebody who cheated on you and you ain't happy with them and you don't like them, but y'all get along and y'all can, live together for so long or whatever, nothing is, in the way of that. Like you ain't got to, because I feel like if a woman gonna stay with a man after he cheated on her, he should expect her not to give him no ass on no occasion. I don't give a fuck if it's your birthday. Your mama just died.
Exactly.
So what?
Exactly.
And
So I was about to say, we still ain't.
don't
Not
touch
even
me.
expect to get a kiss from the lips. Well, no.
Right.
Mm-mm.
You but supposed to be
No.
stupid and just keep on like you couldn't keep your word the first time. You weren't man enough to tell me the first time that you wanted to do it, not long, let alone you didn't done it. You most definitely should have told before you
Right.
even planned on doing it. But how many people gonna do that? Men and women. But you couldn't even tell me after you did. You want to finesse me and play with me, and then when I find out you want to make you out to be the victim, and I'm the fucking you gonna criminalize me like I'm the one who did something wrong. Now you
Right.
want to have an
Like
attitude.
I was
Go play in
wrong
heavy
because
traffic.
now your feelings is hurt because you got caught.
Right, goofy ass. Ugh.
Right.
Type people need to be
I
dumped
love
in the
when you
river.
say that.
I can't stand.
With
That's why I be
lead boots.
advocating everybody be single. Stay single. If you ain't got nobody, stay the fuck single. Stop talking about, oh, my life is so great now. I got my degree. My children are good. I got my taxes. I caught up on all my bills. I got a car. But I'm just missing a man. Girl, sit your ass
No,
down.
you. I about to say you better hit one of them adult stores and let it be that,
Right.
'cause it ain't safe out here.
This ain't the time to be meeting nobody, honey, at all.
Mm-mm.
If you don't know them
It ain't,
already, sit your ass down.
right. Number one, you don't know if they got something or if they ain't got something up here.
But
You
look,
end up
right.
unalive.
That's the whole thing, though, Tashawn. You got to assume they ain't shit. Now we've been taught to like give people the benefit of the doubt. You meet somebody, you cordial, mutual friends at a job, at a party, everybody's having a good time, the drinks is drinking, the
Right.
vibes is vibing, and you just automatically think this grown man, this grown woman think like you do. with
Mhm.
intelligence make good moves. No, you got to already assume that they got AIDS. You got to assume that they stupid as hell. You got to
Real.
assume that they ain't good on their job. You got to assume that this Peter Wacker's little. You got to assume the worst and then let them prove
Yes.
you wrong.
I was gonna say, if you already assume the worst, you ain't gonna be disappointed.
Right. Hey, Kendall. Hey, Oliviana. Who else is that
Hey,
up there?
everybody.
Thanks for coming in, y'all. Hit that like button and share the live. We talking about this relationship talk. Tashonda and shared her story, so it's at the beginning of this live. So if we not live no more, when y'all catch this, y'all see it, or y'all can go back and catch
Yeah.
it, child. Because relationships is serious business. It's just like we need to be talking about everything. We talk about peaches. We talk about what's happening in the news. We need to talk about real stuff to protect our children. We already been in the game and pretty much got our shit where we
Mhm.
need to be. We need to be talking to our teenagers, our 12-year-olds, because they the ones coming up and look what that they're doing out here. You can tell by the
Exactly.
music that they're playing and making that they really don't have your kids' best interests at heart. You're looking at what your daughters that's 14, 15, 20 years old got to deal with because of what we see. We ain't out there because we ain't dating them. But that don't mean we don't know what it is. They pill
Right.
popping, they smoking more weed,
Mhm.
even the ones that's doing it so-called legally. And I don't even want to talk about that because I don't trust that shit. Talking about from a dispensary, they might be putting
Right.
fentanyl in the shit for all you know. You can't trust them.
You can't trust nobody with nothing nowadays. And a lot of these kids, especially like first they started off with kids that were rich and they was bored because their parents always just left them home alone. So they would have these parties where they would go through their parents' medicine cabinets and they'd all get together at one of them kids' houses where the parents is at, dump all the pills in a bowl, and then everybody just take a pill.
Wow.
So
Ain't that
yeah,
crazy?
and now it's happening with now kids that are poor or whatever. Instead of raiding their parents' pill cabinets or whatever, they stealing their parents' weed and alcohol and the pills if they can get a hold of them too. And half of these
Young
kids'
ages.
parents is on that stuff. Yeah, like 10 and 12 years old.
Right.
10 and 12 years old. We was happy to go when my mom had card parties going around and sipping people's cups of liquor that they left on there, and that
Right.
right
And
there,
looking under the
you had
pillows for quarters that they left. Fell off their
on,
pocket.
and that's all we was doing. These kids nowadays be on some shit that I don't think that I ever would have even thought. I didn't even think about doing when I was 17 and 18,
hmm You see how they got the little girls dancing, doing all the sexual stuff that they doing. I mean, if
and
they
all the
kid gonna dance off
TikTok
of it, at least,
dances. Yeah,
yeah. You see that? I see a
yep.
lot of them. The little girls look so cute. They look like they're gonna entice a man. You
And
can't
then
be
they
out
start
here talking about
popping
I
and
should be able to
dropping and
dress how I want
locking.
to dress.
Woo, it
Cause
is.
that's they hope.
It's
That's go ahead.
no, no. I was gonna say it's scary.
Yeah, they mindset is messed up. They think that because the world has taught them this is America, it's a free country, do what you want to do. Okay, keep on believing that shit. You keep on believing that. You say your mama to the wrong person, see if you won't have no teeth knocked out your mouth. This is not a free country. That's a
It
lie right
sure
there, straight
ain't.
from the pits of hell. Number one. Number two, just
It
because
never
you
has
can wear
been.
it, don't mean you should. You know, there's a bunch of perverts and freaks out here. Why would you have yourself and your daughter or your little sisters out here looking grown and cute? You should be able to wear what you want to wear. You should be able to come outside with coochie cutters on, sitting outside with the water running all through you on the top of your head and looking like in slow motion, and you just innocent. But these people got demons in them. You got to think about the
Mhm.
bigger picture. They out here worried about what they should be able to do as opposed to protecting their children and themselves. Because they not looking for my old ass. I can walk down the street nighttime, 2 in the morning, 8 in the morning. Ain't nobody gonna grab me. They ain't
They
checking
have
for
to.
me.
It's a total different world now because of all the social media and the computers and all of that is totally different and everything has been so sexualized, demonized, and people don't even have empathy anymore. If whereas like
Mm-mm.
a lot of the stuff you never seen, like I remember when I was younger. I remember this show called Faces of Death and Traces of Death. That was the most craziest thing that you could watch
Yeah, I remember
when I
that.
was growing up. You know what I'm saying? And that right there was like, I don't ever want to see anything like that again. It's so horrible. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Kids is watching this stuff younger, you know what I'm saying? Like and like they're 8, 9, 10 years old watching these people get their heads cut off, things
Yeah.
like that. And to them, it's like, oh my God, y'all, this is cool. Watch this. His head's totally gone, man. It's like
Those
that.
games, them games I made from, like, they have a lot of those demonic type violent games that they got the kids hooked on to.
So it's like they're totally desensitized. Like nothing bothers them. Like
Hmm.
some of the scare, like I remember watching Jason and being like, "Oh my gosh," or Michael Myers. Michael Myers was the
Right.
slowest person that killed
Right.
everybody, but I was still scared.
Look at that goddamn Freddy Krueger did it for me. He was funny and cruel. He would be
When you
cussing you
can't go
out
to
and killing
sleep,
you at the
that's
same
bad.
time. Oh, but that goddamn Jason. And what's the other one? What
But
the one? I like Jason better than I like the Halloween guy. They didn't kill him so many
Michael
times.
Myers,
Jamie Lee
yeah,
Curtis.
that's
Oh my God.
yeah, that's what I said. Michael Myers is the slowest walking man ever, but kill everybody. He still
Right. He
punch
killed
you.
his sister finally. He finally killed Jamie Lee
Yep,
Curtis.
finally got her. Finally.
You thought he would have been the one got finally killed. They can't let him die because they want to keep that going on. When our kids is 30 and 40, they gonna keep him alive.
Yeah. You know, something that's funny is the other day I finally was noticing, like I was seeing all these things, like that song that's on like YouTube and everything, and everybody's like, I didn't know that this was Michael Jackson's sister. I was like, this is how I know that these kids is crazy. How do y'all not know that Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson were siblings?
Right. They in their own little world. Shit, they
All
ain't
these
been
little
taught
trends,
nothing and
like,
raised themselves. They ain't teaching them nothing about no culture, nothing. Then they taking a lot of that shit out of school.
man, they're taking it out of even the museums. They were taking stuff out of the Smithsonian last month or whatever. So now that's why it's like it's so important for everybody to make sure that you keep throwing it out there. Like there's one kid on there that couldn't believe that a black person made peanut butter. I said that was one of the
What?
first things I learned in school. How did you not know
Right.
this?
George Washington.
Thank
Oh my
you.
God.
It's
Wow.
wild. And then you got all these little girls on here that are like there's a picture that me and Charlie have or whatever that was like I think it's like one of our like profile pictures or something. We got over 3 million views and over like I don't know 6 million comments of all these girls, and I
Really?
didn't understand it. Talking about what's I can't wait till I have me some fine shit like that. Like this is how you're talking about the relationship and the husband that you want to have. You just want it to be fine shit.
Wow. They just want the image. They want the image of the
I
illusion of
That's
inclusion.
what I said. They just want something that's fine, some fine shit. And to me, it's like, all right, this is exactly what's wrong with half of them. They're like, oh my gosh, you're so fine. And then when you get to them, they're retarded. They
Right.
beat on
Exactly.
you.
They beat. That's right. Say that. I was just looking at something on YouTube yesterday. And the young man looked very handsome, but he ended up unaliving his mama, his sister, cousin. He made his rounds state to state, baby. You probably seen it
And
on here.
yeah, I think I did. I was about to say, and they said something about he was on his way to get another family member.
Right. And missed. And I don't think he
Yes,
made
Miss
it to them.
Deborah. Oh, yeah, because he got caught. Thank God. Somebody prayed for him.
Mm-mm. But
Lots
this
of
is what's
black
happening in
inventors.
schools, though. They've said there's a lot of black inventors, but this is what's happening in schools. And I understand a lot of people they set it up that way for you to need them. So you have to work. They planned it this way. This has been planned a long, 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 long time ago. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it's the Rothschilds or if it was the Rockefellers or both or somebody like that. One down that line of that type of bloodline.
I know what
They
you're
didn't
talking
want to
about. I
create
think
the
it was the
school.
Rockefellers.
Rockefellers. Okay. I know it's in the Rockefellers, Rothschild, somebody. They want to create the school system. And they took the idea
Created the school
of
system.
the Black Panthers feeding the kids. They took that J. Edgar Hoover and them, stole that idea, make it seem like it was their idea in the first place. All the while they wasn't even feeding the kids. The Black Panthers started feeding the kids on the
Yep.
way to school.
Yep.
And
Sure was. Sure
every
was.
time black people tried to come together in the communities like the Black Wall Street and all that stuff, they would thrive and had their own theaters, their own grocery stores, and here they come, you know what I'm saying, dropping bombs and doing what they do.
Burning.
So I understand they need daycare, they need to go to work because that's how they set it up. They want you to be a worker, not a person that's going to build wealth They want you to make the 1% rich, keep them rich, keep that in rotation, keep the prison, the pipeline school to keep, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to homeschool them as well as
And
send them to school if you want them to know anything about being anything other than a worker.
and don't forget, they want to split apart the black family. They can't take seeing a black man and a black woman together raising some thriving children. They want to cut that off first.
Mighty how the
As
tables
long as they
turn.
take
It
the
was a time
man.
they didn't want to see
Yep.
the black man with the white woman. He would have got
Yep.
strung up. Now it's the other way around.
Now they don't even want us to see. They don't want to see a black family thriving. Period.
I'm beginning to think they don't want to see
Mm.
nobody thrive who ain't part of their 1%, no matter what the color
No,
is.
that's what Charlie keeps saying. It's no longer going to be about black, white,
Yeah,
brown, Latino. It's going to be about rich and poor.
that's
Period.
right. That's right. So we're gonna have to come together. The ones that got like
Mhm.
minds and you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, good hearts and be able to barter with and prepare because we don't know what's happening. They ain't gonna tell us. If they knew an asteroid is coming in 3 days, you
They
think
ain't
they would
gonna
tell
tell
us?
us.
They'll
No,
tell us
not the
15
common
minutes
folk.
before.
Yep.
Like what we
Figure
gonna
it
do in
out.
15 minutes. But they'll be prepared. They'll be in their bunkers,
Yep.
thinking that they
And
gonna get
that's
away.
an that's another reason why they don't they were trying to get, what I'm saying, so many black families and black people to move from out of the country, move on into the city. You know what I'm saying? Because you sell your land, come live here in these nice houses and everything in these cities. You're disrupting the generational wealth of those families. You can't own land. Land is going to be everything when it comes down to it. Because, like you said, you can't build no bunker in the middle of a city.
Right, not at all. And then you don't own nothing no way because if you don't pay the
You can't
taxes on
keep
it,
chickens or cows.
they give you to lose it like you really own your car, you really own your house. You ain't gonna never own it. You're gonna die and somebody gonna have to keep paying it.
Yep.
Texting my daughter, hold on.
It used to be all that you had was your wealth. I mean, your health and your land. That was wealth right there. Like I said, now
Wow,
you ain't got no health.
right.
Everybody's getting sick.
I know a girl, they told her she had
And,
HIV and she was walking
oh,
around for about 4 years thinking she had it. Boy, she got paid. I don't know how much she got paid, but she ended up buying her grandmama the latest car that year. She had some money. She was walking around thinking she had
oh
HIV.
my.
Mm-hmm.
That is, can you imagine the way that the depression that you would have? Some people, when they get diagnoses like that, they commit suicide.
Yep.
That they could have made that woman kill herself.
Mm-hmm. And I imagine how depressed she was because she was young. I don't even think she was 25 at the time of
Oh,
this was
that's
going
even
on.
worse.
That's really young, yeah. I used to do her hair all the time. And I was braiding a lot. I used
Uh.
Yeah, back then I was doing a lot of braids. I had my stuff in the yellow pages. This is before I even started working in salon. I hadn't even had a license then. This is just me being talented and learning and practicing braiding hair because I knew that by me being in college and I was a dance major, me going to get my hair like Anita Baker and Holly Berry was not an option no more because I was sweat so bad that as soon as I got it done, that
Uh huh.
mold, that curl, that bump, them little tight, pile looking good, over. So I just started going to get my hair done by the Africans, and I would go with one of my friends, and I watched them do her first, and that's why I started. Oh, it look like she just going on. It was that until somebody that really did it started teaching me the technique of splitting the hair and making the knot around it not so visible, all that stuff. And then I went to hair school in 2006. So I was like 40 some years old at the time in the school, all these young girls, 18, 22, 24. Oh my God. It was something else, especially when you get that old and a person like me setting my ways and always had a little mouth on me anyway. I wasn't G'ing for, they wanted me to be a cooperator. And that's what they taught us about. We learned, when you in hair school, you learn the same type of class that doctors got to learn. Also, okay, she dropped down, probably because she was in the mountains or something. If you want to come back up, just let me know. But anyway, yeah, I was, I had to learn all that type of stuff. Anybody that ever went to college target school can vouch for me in the comments section. Click on the thing. If you want to come back up, click on it. I'm only going to be up here about 15 more minutes. But come on back up with me for about 15 more minutes. I'm enjoying you. Anybody else want to come? Y'all can click the thing and the thingamajigger. I appreciate all of y'all. Can y'all please hit the subscribe button? Help me get to 10K. Share the live. Check out my content if you haven't seen my shorts for today or my other long form videos. Yeah, just scroll up in the comments and get that link. Shit, I forgot what I was saying. But it's Wednesday. I'll be watching my Chicago Med, Chicago fight. It's coming on. Oh, it's almost 9 o'clock. Shit. Okay, good. I ain't gotta watch it in real time. I like watching once it's already played so I can like fast forward or whatever. So on Wednesdays I watch Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD. On Thursdays I watch Law and Order SVU. And I also watch the new Law and Order with the guy. You know, his back it came back on last week. I have that same issue coming from Julie House, those mountains. Oh, yeah, you was telling me about that the other day. Oh, y'all in the mountains. Is there any bears out there? Lion, tigers, and bears? Whew, man, I don't know, y'all. You say I love some law. Oh, yes, child. And on Thursday night, midnight, Raising Canaan come on from Power. And that's probably got like what I say about 4 or 5 more episodes to go. And then on Friday night, I watch Harlem, Godfather Harlem. Y'all know who that is, right? Godfather Harlem is played by Forrest Whitaker on MGM. So I think that's like it's gonna be the third episode this week. I didn't even know they was coming back on. This is like the fourth season. I didn't even know they was coming back on. They killed Malcolm X in the last season. So I thought it was over. I didn't know, and he was out the game, you know. Bumpy Johnson got out the game, so I thought that was just like showing us the end, but they came back. You can't hear what? Tell her to click. Y'all, somebody type in there to Sean to click on the link. I need to check that out. I never heard of. Oh, girl, it's good. Go check out the first season. It's MGM Paramount. Forrest Whitaker. It tells the story. It got of course, Malcolm X. I think he played. It's two different Malcolm X. The first season got a whole nother guy who played Malcolm X. I don't know if you remember the movie Players Club when dude was in the line teasing old girl from college. He was teasing her. He seen her that how she worked at the strip club. He want to play Malcolm X. I don't know why they got rid of him. Got the other Malcolm X, but he had to grow on me. And I like anything by 50 Cent now. Anything, all his Power universe. So I can't wait till they go on and finish the last episode, last season of Tommy Power Force. Whew. These shows get you addicted. I be having itis, boy. And I get so mad when they take these breaks. They show you 3 to 5 episodes in a row. Then they take a break for 2 weeks or a month. Click on the link, Shauna, if you want to come back up. I'm enjoying y'all company. Sipping on this little wine. And we what's tomorrow? Thursday? I'll probably do a random live. If not, I'll see y'all Friday for the Red Cup live stream. Y'all know how we do. Y'all come on up. Thanks for sharing your story with us. Yeah, because that's what relationship advice is about. It's about giving story times, testimonies. I read a couple of stories from the Reddit app when the people be asking, "Am I the asshole?" or telling about their relationship problems. What should they do? And I just read it, and we all give our opinion. I like to do stuff like that. I wish I knew the things I knew now when I was in my early 20s. But even then, I was still pretty smart for me to be a naive young girl in her 20s. It could have been much worse. I still had some game about myself, even though I was young and inexperienced. Hey, Real Cajun Peach. Hey. How about next Wednesday? And I'll tell me and Charlie. Oh, okay. Oh, I can't wait. Don't be happy. Don't say that if you ain't gonna do it now. I'm gonna be interested. And tell Charlie he can get up here too. Charlie, come on up, Charlie. Or at least let us hear your voice. I know you be driving, so you probably can't really get on there like that. I love y'all together. Y'all seem like, I mean, ain't nobody perfect. So everybody have their ups and downs and little moments. I would think something was wrong if you didn't. Shit, ain't nobody gonna be perfect. You say that would be great. You say, girl, I was able to identify how that video is recent on WillPay. How? What happened, girl? Come on up and tell me about it. The link is in the doggone comment section. Scroll all the way up, Cajun Peach. Scroll up, click on the link, and tell us all about it. Come on now. Now you say, girl, I was able to identify how that video is recent. Because that's what we was trying to figure out. How can we say for sure, which I believe it was recent. I don't see no reason why they would do that on his page. Like, why? That don't even make no sense. On I can see on her page because she do that. He ain't never did no stuff like that, really, without her posting either and being missing in action. I can't come up. I'm still working. Oh, okay. Well, type in the chat. How did you identify it? So we can go look at it. Look it up if we want to. We definitely have our ups and downs, but he's my person. I know that's right. I'm so happy for y'all because when you have ups and downs, it's about little stuff. Like you might believe that this this law should be this, or there shouldn't be no green flowers over there. It should be red. Stuff like that. Even though I'm being facetious, I'm just being silly. But it shouldn't be about like, oh, I serve Satan. Well, you serve, why you serve God? Well, I want to serve Satan. You should be, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like totally like all the way up and you all the way down. Got to be about some stuff that you can be compromised about. You might be, you might love church and he might not want to go to church, but he loved God. He ain't talking about he's an atheist or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That type of difference. Because if somebody, I wouldn't date no man that didn't believe there was a creator heaven and earth. That's just me. Now, he could be right about it. He had his own opinion about anything he wants to, but I wouldn't date nobody like that. That's just me personally. I won't never date nobody that do things that I don't do. Period. I'm not gonna do that. But when you're younger, you're not really thinking about that, or when you distracted, not so much younger, just being distracted by other stuff. Whew, you say Peach ain't there because she would have been recording and they can't hide them babies. Laugh out loud. He alone. Yeah. I was thinking he's either alone. Now the girl that came on Mo's live today, she said that she talking to somebody in real time, her cousin or somebody, and they was telling her that Peach is in Target. So I was convinced then. I don't see what no need for nobody to come on live and say that they cousin telling them that they seen Peach in Target. So I'm like, okay, that could be true. I don't see why they lie. Okay, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. She's not gonna lie about no shit like that. We know people lie about everything, but we're gonna give her a benefit of the doubt. She ain't lying. Peaches in Target today, but we don't know if he's still in Vegas either because he ain't posted today. He posted 2 days ago, just like she posted 2 days ago. So I don't know because I just don't think she got enough discipline to stay quiet if she was really there. There's no way. She could have had them kids down in the car while they did the little video thing, and she stayed back so she wouldn't be seen. I don't know. I'm glad he went by himself. Serves her right to watch 9 kids. Right? She spit him out by herself. Shit. She said I looked at the stuff that was being advertised on the billboards, and that comedians on tour right now in Vegas, and they advertised the new season of Vanderpump that comes out. Oh, see, that was real smart. Yeah, you gotta look at the surroundings. Yeah. That's what's up, girl. She don't have no discipline to keep them quiet at all. Shit. Big ass goof. How you gonna sit there and try to disrespect grown people, people's kids, F y'all kids, y'all elevate don't go to the top floor, cuss them out, call them poor and broke, section 8, just disrespectful. People pay for your classes, take the classes, ask you a question. You don't like it. You get mad at them. They'll cuss them out, won't get them money back. But yet your own kids, some goddamn toddlers, treat you like shit. Girl, we don't take you seriously. We stopped taking you seriously when we seen how Wood do you. But you want to sit there and put your foot off in somebody's ass who birthed you. Girl, we don't take that shit seriously. Not over here. Maybe them goofies over there, they might take it seriously. They might think it's cool. They come from a whole nother planet. Them motherfuckers in the Matrix or something. I don't know. They in 3D. They ain't on my level because they no goddamn way. You can't sit here and think you gonna punk me. You can't sit here and think you gonna disrespect me because we is in real time and running to each other. You think you can say that shit to me that you say online, and I know how I would treat you, and I see how your kids don't listen to you. Girl, I spit on your ass. Fuck out my face. I ain't lying. 'Cause I want you to draw. You gonna draw back a nub. You say, I thought he was alone. He is alone, according to what we're thinking and seeing. Let me scroll up. Hold on, make sure I no comments be coming in fast sometimes. Girl, I was able to identify how video was recent on your page. Blah 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 blah. We definitely have our ups and downs. Okay, glad he went by himself. By himself serves her right. She don't have to discipline. Yes, Deborah, because she has never spent a whole day by herself with them kids. Exactly, Miss T. You said unless he got on a different train car and recorded in a different part of the plane and had them standing outside or the bathroom, he was recording in the airport in the hotel. Right, that's what I'm thinking. Y'all going through all that to try to hide her. And the only reason why I think that she would do that is because she just made that video talking about she's banned from the casino. She banned herself because she knows she need help and she was crying. So then you turn around 3 days later and go to Vegas. So yeah, she know that would get her some smoke, and she don't want to hear that shit. So, but if that person who got on Mo's live today and said that her cousin or her friend seen her in Target, if that's true, then he is by himself, or he was by himself. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he back. He ain't posted today. He probably back. I mean, how many days you think he gonna go? If he went out there with $5,000, $10,000. He broke. He not gonna stay no more than 2 days. Because who wants to stay when they broke? I be ready to come home if I got a hotel room and I ain't got no more money to play and there ain't no more festivities going on. You know, that's just me. Y'all, thanks for the likes, y'all. Hit the like button and share the live for me. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. Cause every time I stay longer and longer, I don't be able to watch my shows. I be fell asleep on my Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, Chicago PD, and I be so pissed off, and it throws me off. He still didn't post the strip at night. He ain't going out there. He's ass here and gamble that money. And when he got done, he had him a couple of drinks, got him some hot wings, went upstairs with sleep until it's time to get on that plane the next day. He ready to come home, or at least back to Tampa, even if he didn't go straight home. Nobody want to be there when you ain't got no money. I don't give a damn if it was paid for or comped for 2 nights. His ass went home. Shit. Or unless he had people out there with him and they had money, he just kicking it with them. I don't know, child. I just know I wouldn't want to be her. You know, money ain't everything. Oh, I wish I had if I could be her for now. Now I might wish I had the same type of money she had, making the same type of money, but I don't want to be her to make the money. I want to make the money as myself. I want to be blessed with the money as myself. I don't want to have to be her to get that type of money. I want to do what she do to get that type of money. Hell no. You say he still didn't post. Okay, I have got to stay up to see Chicago PD. No harm. They kids are bad and no training. Right? It ain't no harm. It's the truth. She let us see that shit. They don't listen. Like, don't do that. Come over here. Stop. And they just keep doing it. And we ain't even talking about choice because he got that autism. We talking about the ones that's supposed to be so called normal. Well, shit. What is normal though? What do we really know what normal is? Because so-called kids that's supposed to be normal, they act the same way some of the kids that's been diagnosed. Kids gonna be kids on some level, but then there's a fine line between being a kid and having autism or having some type of disorder that you can't help, whether it's mental retardation or I don't know, shit, ADHD. I don't know what they call this shit. They come up with a new name every week. Shit. He said, I thought of you in Vegas at our hotel. They had a program called the best of the drum, and it was guys teaching African drums. Oh wow, I would have loved that. Oh, that was so wonderful. I wonder why. It's not even they usually have stuff like that when it's a reason to, like if it's Kwanzaa or Black History Month, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. They don't really just randomly have people like that doing culture, but maybe in Vegas they do because they have an African museum over. Don't they got some type of museum, a Black History Museum in that area? Beat of the drum. Oh yes, I love it. I love it. I'm telling y'all, when if you don't have nothing that makes you feel in your soul that makes you want to thrive and gives you life. If you just a person who wake up every day and just thank God and you just live, and for the next day to thank God and you just live, and you ain't doing nothing to that's going to make you live, not just exist. You got to you have to be about something or do something or used to. See, I'm older now, so I ain't doing it like I used to do. But I lived my younger years all the way up in my 40s doing what made me feel whole. And I'm doing it as content now. I'm not performing it. I'm not teaching it like I was before. I'm not working these jobs and getting paid. I'm not doing shows and performances like I was. I'm not getting hired at contract rates to teach kids in the after school program. That's because I'm not applying for them. I don't want to. But I'm saying my point is if you as a younger person, if you are, I say 40 under, and you are not doing something in your life unless you retire from doing it already from your younger years and you cool, you chilling, you living your best years and you just want to do whatever you want to do on any given day. If it's just lay in the bed all fucking day, you got it right. You done did all, you done paid your dues. But anybody that's in their 20s and 30s, even early 40s, if you still thriving like that, you should be doing something, some gift, whatever God gave you that gift is, whether it's painting, sketching, making pottery, creating parts, good with your hands, doing hair, if you can stand up still, creating clothes, sewing. There's got to be something. I'm supposed to pick up the flyer they gave me if I didn't leave it at home. Okay. Hey, heaven send. Where heaven send that? Your average get locked. Hey, what's going on? Hey, heaven sent. Hey, average, your average logical thinker. Come on in. Amen. So good to see y'all up in here. Say good evening. Blessings to everyone. I'm new here tonight. Have a nice life. Thank you. Hit the subscribe button. Heaven sent. Be glad to have you. Do you do content as well? Because I most definitely will come and check you out. No, yeah, they kids are. I don't know why parents don't understand that. Y'all need to understand too, young parents. Young parents, just because your kids don't bother you, you stare at the wall and you high as hell, or you so tired, and you looking at your favorite program, baddies or whatever, love hip hop, and no kids all over the place doing everything, fucking up your house and drawing on the walls and fighting and screaming and jumping up and down over the neighbor's head. Just because you tune that out, you're doing your kids a disservice by not training them in the way that they should go because the world gonna have to deal with them. They're gonna have discipline, understand there's a time and a place for that. That's why it's called parks, taking them out to Santa's Village, Great America, Disney, Zoo, having parties outside, barbecuing. The house is not made to destroy. This is where you lay your head at. You have a place at home that you get your toys, and when you get done with your toys, you pick them shits up and put in this doggone crate. You, not me, not your sisters, not your brothers. Unless they can't walk, they should be doing it. They self. The world got to deal with them. If they think they run the world, they not gonna be able to be told nothing. And those be the ones that's out here on these corners, slanging, banging, thugging, and drugging because they ain't had no discipline. They thought they run the world. They never got their butt tapped. I ain't say abuse, tapped. Just like if your child gonna touch the stove and it's hot, what you gonna do? You gonna tap their hand so they can know you can't do that. Stop trying to be their goddamn friend. Hey, TD in the building. You say, no, madam, I don't do content this time. I have subscribed. Okay. Well, let me know if you ever do. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Say, Choice needs schooling and the rest, except the twins, they need a whip. Peaches need her ass whipped too. Yeah, you bringing all this shit in the world and not doing your due diligence and doing your part that you say you want to be a mom. What the fuck you think being a mom mean? That don't mean just fucking and sucking, and then one day realize you're pregnant and shoot it out, and that's it. You have a responsibility to those kids so they can be in this world to be able to do their part in the world. They weren't just born for no reason. Evidently, they supposed to be here if God allowed you to get pregnant. Even though it's your free will and you want to open up your legs and bust it wide open and got pregnant. But the fact he allowed them to come, it must be a reason. So you got to do your part. Stop putting this shit off on other people. Now I got to worry about your badass son or daughter fucking with my son or daughter, who I'm doing the best I can to teach right from wrong. Minding their business. They might be a little soft. They might be a crybaby a little bit because they used to being treated. You know what I'm saying? They used to having discipline, and they don't understand why this new kid who they just walked up on or in the same classroom with called them a bitch ass nigga like my grandkids had to experience. When they first got up here from a whole nother part of the state, went to a whole nother different school with all kids that looked like them. Instead of them being nice back to my grandkids, they was calling them bitch ass niggas and telling them to suck on peanuts. They 8, 9 years old, 7, 8 years old, going to a new school, and they trying to pretty much put their hand out to be shaking the kid's hand and say, "Hi, I want to be your friend." They come from that. They come from going to school with white kids and Indian kids and black kids. So when they come up here, all black kids from the hood, them black kids from the hood was just doing them dirty. So I took them out. I'm not going to subject them to that because that's just how the world work in this part of the world. This ain't how the world supposed to be. I'm not going to subject them to that and traumatize them. And then they grow up and be fucked up. I wasn't going to do that. I took them out. They homeschool now. I rather, and if they ain't get enough homeschool, no, the fuck well. They just won't get enough homeschool. But they gonna be safe. They gonna know what's right from wrong, and they gonna be all right regardless. Because the shit they teaching them in school ain't teaching them a goddamn thing on how to be thriving. No way. They can't even come out and know how to fucking fix a car. They took all that stuff out the schools in the 70s and the 80s, where when you graduate from high school, you can know how to bake a pie, you know how to make a sweater, you know how to fucking fix a tire, you know how to goddamn it draw. You could be a carpenter, you can go get a job and make some money when you got out of high school in the 80s. Now you get out of high school, now you be lucky if McDonald's hire your ass. They hiring all the illegal aliens. They not even hiring your kids out of high school. They got to be lucky or know somebody. Fuck out of here. Right, and we'll come back again. Let me scroll. My son experienced that as well. Private school next year, God willing. Yeah, girl, I got homeschool them online through a credit school for $25 a month per child. Well, $32. It all depends on what level you want them on. And they all in their right grade, and they all getting A's and B's. They fine. But either way it go, you still got to teach your kids stuff. Them schools ain't gonna teach them kids everything they need to know. They don't even know who the hell Harriet Tubman is these days. They ain't teaching them shit. The only people they know is Martin Luther King, and that depends on how young they are. Some don't even know that. Shit, they might know Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. That's it. They don't know Medgar Evers. They don't know about the Move movement. They don't know about no Black Wall Street. They don't know who made the fucking peanut butter. They don't know who made the traffic light. They don't know shit. We got to do this. We got to teach our kids. You said true. No shop class, industrial arts, home economics. Right. No typing, none of that shit. They did that on purpose because they trying to make them be able to be hopeless like a penny with a hole in it. What you gonna do when you ask? Bad enough they can barely get through high school without all the arguing and being influenced by people to saying pop these pills and somebody that took mama gun to school and shit, or say come to my house after school, my mom them ain't there. We could play the game. Next thing you know, he go in there and get her boyfriend gun and somebody shot the fuck up. Come on now, it's just too much. Call me paranoid. I don't give a fuck. I'll be paranoid with some safe ass grandkids. And when they get grown and they don't know, they want to do what they want to do, they can't say they didn't know no better. They can't say they didn't see the signs because grandma showed teaching them the signs of a real person that's a friend, and everybody is the fucking enemy until they prove not. They are not your friend until they prove they are. You don't get no pass because I met you and you had a smile on your face and we both like to smoke weed or we both like tater chips. No, that ain't how that works. Oh, we both like to dance. So, and you might be a stripper and I might be a ballet dancer. What the fuck? Shit. You say that's so true. You say I teach my kid real Black history. I can't depend on our oppressor. Hell no. You better teach them everything. They took everything out, but they want you to stand up and pledge allegiance. I remember being like 7 years old, and then, every day when you got in school in the 70s, that's what you had to do. I wouldn't even do it. I was a rebel then. I be listening to grown folks talk, and I be listening to them talking about that shit about how you ain't got to do that. And I go to school with an attitude. Don't, oh baby, baby. Y'all remember when Roots came out? Ooh, who was here old enough to remember when Roots came out? I was 10 years old when Roots came out. I believe that was 1976 or 77. I was 10 or 11. Baby, I went to school. My teacher was white. You can't tell me what to do. Slavery over. Oh, oh my God. They should have never let me watch Roots a whole week. We had to watch that shit for a whole week. And they cut his foot off. What's your name? Kuta Kente. Your name is Toby. Psh, separate. Chicken George. You say they don't even teach right. They don't teach cursive writing no more. My goodness, having to go to school hating white people out of watching them movies. Right. They weren't even bad white people. Like everybody white was bad. Like they try to teach you everybody black is a stereotypical black lazy watermelon eating 40-ounce chicken loving ass section 8 poor uneducated trifling person. That is not true on either side. Hey, she, where you been? Hey, man, yes, I definitely raise a mask. Don't let people up on you. Period. I know Roots are old and a new version. Baby, I had an attitude. I had my mouth balled up. That teacher just like, sit down and get ready to do your art. She said something like that. It wasn't even like, get that paper up, or didn't I tell you? She wasn't mean because I was a good student. I was real quiet. I was real shy. I didn't get bold till I turned like 18 or 19. That's when I started getting bold. I say I really started getting bold like 17 or something. But I really came out my shell when I had my first orgasm. But that's another story for another time. When you get that first orgasm, you know what life supposed to really be like when it comes to that orgasm, not this bullshit laying on your back, not moving, not grooving, not feeling nothing. It's just all about pleasing him. Now, when you see what it really supposed to do and you know who you are and you ain't scared to say what you want and do your part, you ain't just supposed to lay there, ladies. But we'll talk about that next week. He said, I am glad she's doing better. Who doing better? Who, child? He said, I took my kindergarten daughter out of school this year, January 3rd. She is doing way better homeschool. I requested my daughter after she learned. She tell me playing sign out her. Yeah, they got Spanish. They got different languages on there. They got dance. They got music. Yeah, yeah. I might do a video about it. Show y'all what it look like for people that's interested in it. It's only $25 or $32 a month per child. And if you need special tutoring in something like they're having trouble in math, you can pay another fee to get like one-on-one from a teacher. Or they got shit on YouTube. You can Google anything you need help with. I mean, when it comes to math, can you fucking add and take away? That's all you really gonna use anyway. And maybe unless you're gonna be an engineer or something. I don't know. I never was good at math. I remember when I was in high school, I was a freshman and I was shy and I didn't have no friends at the time. I'm just, we talking about 14-year-old child. So I would go home every day. I lived like 12 blocks from the school, so I never got back on time for the next period. And if I did, I barely made it. So the times I didn't go, I made it to my next class, which was pre-algebra. That black lady, lying, big hair ass, wanna be Shaka Khan ass, evil lady. I couldn't stand Miss Jones ass. She used to call us stupid. She tried to explain the math to us, and I went up to her desk one time and asked her like to break it down to me because I didn't understand it. And she called us dumb. She called me dumb. I ain't never go back to that bitch class no more. That had to be 1980. What, 80, 81? I still feel that shit. Shit. Man, I hope she doing well though. God bless her now. I'm an older woman. I know better. But that bitch called me stupid. I don't want to learn this stupid shit. No, but I don't even want to fucking be here. And this raggedy motherfucker getting my ass up early in the morning, walking to school 12 blocks by myself at 7 in the morning for some stranger danger ass crazy motherfucker to ride and chase me down. We be walking down the street for school and be some man playing with himself, all in the window, sitting in his car. We was in danger. They put us in all so much danger just to get us out the fucking house to go let somebody teach us some shit that wasn't gonna teach us nothing, no way. Yeah, I'm pissed off now. School here in New Jersey does not mind your concerns about children playing all day. It is not easy. The school board is the worst. Ooh, rocks as hell. Yes, child. Girl, I'm glad you got her up out of there. Heaven sent. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Please do the video. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do the video. I'll do it tomorrow. Do tell. Yeah, I'm gonna like show like how I see their stuff and their classes and what they need work on because it's something they'll let you know what they need work on. And it's just due once a month. They take it off your card. If they can't take it off, they give you like a week and then they gonna turn that shit off. Shit. But you get to put them in and take them out. Like if you want them to be on like some old schedule that you want them on, like 45 day, 15. Y'all remember them schools? I went to a school like that called Diet. It was 45 days in and we had 15 days out. So we would be like a little behind the regular school. And there was only 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I love that school. They had house A, house B, house C, and house D. I believe I was in house B, I believe. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let me read y'all comments. Motivation said everyone was mad after seeing Roots. Hell yeah, they was mad. About to have a fire. We was about to go down with some torches. Bunch of 8-year-olds with torches about to burn the goddamn school building up. I was serious. You say math teacher does. I still remember her face. I remember her face, y'all. She had that big ass hair like Shaka Khan. It was a black ass wig. She always wears a skirt with them damn boots. She was thick as hell, real dark skinned, and wasn't an ugly woman or nothing, but just you could just tell she was a bitter bitch. Her husband probably left her ass or something. Who knows what was going on during that time? Her name was Miss Jones. Yeah. I remember it was a thing called peer cultural development. It was a man named Mr. Christian. He created this group with teenagers to come together and talk about our problems. It was called peer cultural development. And I remember us sitting around in a circle. I don't remember what I said, but I know it was this girl named Barbara. She was clingy to me. And I think she liked me. And I don't know nothing about no shit like that. We talking about 81, 82. I'm like me. She kind of like she liked me. I ain't never heard no shit like that before at that time. Like, girl, if you don't get your ass on, hey, Nerly. You say, hold on. You say, right, Rox, about a man in a car playing with himself. I will run like hell, hollering strangers. I told myself, I hope you catch a head cold. It was cold outside. He up there acting like he wants some directions. Hey, excuse me, can y'all tell me how to get to? And we're going to go over there, me and my friend. We probably like 14, 15 years old. We like, oh, just go down here. And then we noticed he was on the town. We cussed his ass out. We was some cussing ass little 14, 15-year-old girls. Oh, we both a Virgo too. Her birthday September 3rd, mine 11th. And this other one, man, he was in a wheelchair. He used to always be trying to talk, trying to flirt with us. And this one time he said something, he fell in his wheelchair back because we wouldn't even help his ass get up. He's like, help, help. And we wouldn't help him for shit. And he started calling her mom because it was right in front of my neighbor's house. And he was calling her, Pat, Pat, help me up, Pat. And she's like, what you want? She come outside drunk. Like, y'all would help? Hell no. Help his hands up, trying to flirt with us. We ain't know nothing about that. I see new subscribers in the chat. Welcome. Please come back and read Cup Friday. Oh, yeah, we be here Friday. Yep. Come on in, y'all. Come on in, baby. Say, my favorite cuss word still is shitty. Yeah, I like cuss words, you know. When I'm live, I'm gonna say them a lot. You know, every now and then in the video, I might type a little something, but I try to keep the culture in my video because I'm basically dancing. I ain't really ain't talking nowhere. I'm dancing, you know. I'm releasing the pressure. I'm releasing the pressure. I gotta release the pressure. Dance saved my life. Dance is cheaper than therapy. If you don't like to dance, maybe you like to draw, maybe you like to build things, you know. Maybe you really into like knowing how to fix computers and technical. I'm a visual person. if you show me how to do something, I can watch you do it, and now 9 times out of 10 I can get it. But if you want me to read instructions, like you want me to help put up this damn bed or this cabinet, something like that, and they got like 15 pieces, like part one, two, three, and you got, if it's more than three things to do, like take part A, clamp it with part C, and then stand it on part D. If it's more than that, it's a wrap. I ain't finna do it. I like to watch. I'm visual. I don't know if that's the right side of the brain type of thing or left side. Y'all know how they say right side, left side. I ain't reading too much of shit. Cause my head start hurting. I start reading too many instructions and all that. I can't do it. Who else can relate to that? Is it just me? Cuss words are like seasoning. Yes. I hate putting stuff together. Oh, tell me about it. I'll pay them to come. Look, I remember I ordered stuff from Wayfair. We first moved here. I ordered one of them little white cabinets, you put your seasons and stuff in, or your microwave on top. And it looked so much bigger on the doggone line. That thing got here, he put it up for me, and I was like, what the hell is that little shit? And he was like, well, this how it look. It's only an 8 by whatever he said it was. He said, what you can do though, you call and complain, they'll get your money back. He put me on game. I like, for real? I still got that same goddamn cabinet back there, and I got my 89.99 back on my card. Thank you, sir. Thank you for putting me up on game. Yeah, I remember one time we went to Walmart, and I'm thinking that my husband at the time was over there because he took the TV. You know how you get them big TVs tax season, and they had it on the dolly, and I'm thinking he paid for the TV. And he thinking I'm over at the rest paying for a TV because he with one person who, you know how the people work there and they roll it so they can get it scanned. He was with that person with the TV, so I'm thinking he took care of it. He had money. So I'm over here paying for the other stuff. He thinking I paid for it. Boy, we got that TV for free. I got that done too with a scanner. I still got the scanner, still got the TV, and they still work. All this new shit we buying, with I say since 20 like 14, 15, 16, no, none of that shit work. That shit start working. Them TV start working in a year. The sound whack as hell. Oh, it's terrible. And they smart TVs. You say thank you, sir. Okay, let me see who you talking to. Hey, putting stuff together. Let me see what else. Okay, I want to make sure I ain't missing nothing. How you doing? Please, may I know the name of the online? Oh, okay. Haven't said the name of the school is called Accelis. I'm gonna type it in there. How come I can't type while I'm on here? I gotta use my other phone. Hold on. I'm finna pick up my other phone, see if I can see my live and type it in. But if not, I'll put on my community post as soon as I end this live in a few minutes, and I'll put it on there. Where is my live? It should be up now. Y'all know I still can't see my damn live. The live I'm on right now is still not posted up. I'm gonna put on my community wall. Okay, hold on. Gotta find a picture. Let me find a picture. I'm just gonna find a little picture myself and put on there. Homeschool. I'm gonna type homeschool on the picture. That way you know the link. I don't know if it's gonna be the link, but I'm gonna put excelis.com. So the picture, I got pink hair. I got pink hair and I got pink letters say homeschool information. And I'm gonna type excelis.com. And it start off at 5 years old. Uh, excelis.com. If this link don't work, then just go Google it. Okay, there it is. It's on my community post wall. I don't want to miss none of y'all comments. Okay, thank you for the school information. You're welcome. And they got quite a few, but I like this, so I don't know how the others gonna be. I ain't trying to switch nothing. I'm gonna just leave it like it is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I know they need more, they need more. So I got to get them in activities and do different things like that. Other than that, because you really don't want your kids mingle with these other kids. You don't know what kind of beast these motherfuckers out here raised. I'm gonna say it. I'm sorry. Everybody ain't fucking raising their kids to be the best kids they can be. And even if they are, they act one way at home and then they get out. Them kids be having mental problems and all kind of shit. Some of them be getting hurt at home and come to school and lash out because they going through something. It ain't even the kids' fault all the time, especially when they real young. I had to stop fights with my grandson. He wasn't used to fight nobody. 8 years old. Why he got to get cussed out and told? And boy drew a picture of a whole penis on his bust. They used to get bust with all kind of ages, like 5-year-olds, and they would have like fifth graders, all on the same bus going to the same school. And this one boy was picking with him because he was always bigger than the kids because he's always been a big boy, but he wasn't that big. They just messed with him. Like day one, they just didn't like him. He was a new kid. That boy drew a picture of a Peter Whacker. That Peter Whacker was it looked so real, y'all. He drew the veins, he drew the sacks on the side. It looked real, and it had the words on it, suck it, suck it. Y'all hear me? Suck it, suck it. I took that shit to the principal. She tried to play it down like it wasn't that big deal. Talking about, well, your grandson passed notes too. That ain't no note. That's harassment. That's a threat. What the fuck are you talking about? No, he passed out a certificate he made with some stickers with smiley faces on them saying, I want to be your friend. How the fuck you compare that to a dick picture? Is what I want to know. I knew then it was time to get them up out of there. Because not only are the kids going through whatever they going through at home with their parents who they can't control, the parents, the grown folks that work at the school was nuts. I said, why are you bringing this up now? This is October 13th. This October 20 something. Well, we thought we could handle on our own. This teacher said she didn't want to bother you because you could be belligerent. I sure the fuck can when it comes to my grandkids. I sure can. But that wasn't no reason. It took her so long to come back and finally tell me that. It's like she was putting me out, like she didn't want to address the fact that somebody gave my grandson a picture of a Peter Whacker and told him to suck it. Yeah, that's crazy. I'll never send them back to school. Shit. And when I finally took them out, the lady who run the district area manager, she was like, I wish I could take mine out and homeschool them too. Now, what the fuck do that tell you? If she the manager of the district 149 district area manager said this to me. Shit. This is the reason why I'm afraid to put my daughter on the school bus I used to transport her to school. I am scared to receive any phone. Yeah, they be fighting on that, following them. When I had the girls, when the two younger ones, they was like, what, 5 and 5? They was a year apart, but about one birthday being a year behind. You know how they keep them back. So they both was in the same grade. They put them in the same room and all that. But on the bus, in that school, the little boy messed with her. She cried. That's why I try to toughen her up. Like, I ain't gonna always be there. Her mom was allowed in. Mom ain't gonna always be there. You got to be able to stand up for yourself. If you feel like crying, don't let them see you cry. Wait till you get home. Wait till you run to the bathroom or something. Don't let them kids see you cry. Because if you do, they gonna really have their foot on your ass. Do not cry. And do not let them hit you. Yes, it's scary, y'all. You say it's so much bullying going on in these schools these days. My nieces and nephews go through it. Ain't that sad? They can't even protect them. What about if somebody come to the school to do that little pow shit? Or get mad because they being bullied and then they do all that. Then you talk about I would never let them go on trips. I never let them. If they mama couldn't go, my daughter was alive, and she couldn't go, she couldn't get off work, and I couldn't go, they wouldn't go. I used to work in the park districts and after school programs, and I know what them people do. Nothing. They do nothing. They don't watch them kids. I did because I treated kids like I treated mine. And I was very paranoid and overprotective. And every time I try to be like that, lenient, like, okay, go ahead with them. I ain't finna be all paranoid. Something always happen. So I stopped doing that. Stay with me. People be on their phones. They turn their head, cackling with the other people that work there. And meanwhile, your child climbed the tree and fell and busted shit wide open, or skating and fell and broke the wrist. They not even paying attention. Yes. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get on off of here. I done held y'all long enough. We was on here for over an hour. I appreciate y'all. Before y'all go, please make sure you already hit the like button and share this live. So a lot of kids get in trouble at home because of their behavior, but a lot of that time they be angry from school. Yes, and they don't want to come and tell, or they don't know how. They scared that mama gonna overreact and embarrass them and go to school. And they don't want the kids to know that they told you a snitch, you a snitch. That's whack or whatever. Child, you just gonna be a snitch because you gonna tell me. Shit. I had to get on the school bus one day and break up a fight. I had two boys jumping on my grandson. The damn bus driver didn't do shit. She was just sitting there. And then they had to learn to tell me they could have had me locked up because I wasn't supposed to get on the bus. Well, you just would have locked me up because I'm not finna have no two boys jumping on my goddamn grandson. And she just sitting there. She wasn't even picking up the damn walkie-talkie thing or phone to call the police. Got me fucked up. I didn't hit the boys. I just broke it up. And I talked to all of them, told them to stop that. And they told their mama. She didn't hit us. She just told us we shouldn't be fighting. And that's what they want us to do, fight each other as black boys. And their mom was like, oh, I didn't know that part. Because I was mad. I was trying to figure out why you was on the bus touching on my son. See, that's why mama was mad at me. She came to the conference meeting. She didn't know that part. But when we sat down and talked, the boys was there, and the boys told their mama, no, she wasn't mean to us. She just told us we shouldn't even be fighting each other like that. And she's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. You see what I'm talking about? And that's how a lot of people end up getting pow because they be fighting they don't get all the information right. The kids ain't gonna offer up information. You don't ask your kid the right question. He not thinking that no 8, 9, 10 years old to really like, well, this what happened, mama. Me and him got to fighting. I said something, he said something. He said something, I said something. And his mama came, his grandmama came, and she pulled us apart. She didn't hurt me. She was like, don't be fighting each other, y'all. That's what they want y'all to do. That was the energy I was giving them. They want y'all to fight each other. Y'all got to stop this. You said I did that for my daughter, got on the bus, told them children they better leave my daughter alone. And I meant that. I know that's right. Shit. We ain't playing about ours, goddamn it, because we carried kids for 9 months. God blessed us with these kids. We hold them near and dear to our heart as parents, as mothers, especially. We have a special certain connection with our kids and we don't fucking play. Now, men, on the other hand, some of them are built different. Some of them care a lot and they ain't playing either, but a lot of them don't have that same type of connection. They connected on and wired a different way, you know? And I can't explain that because I'm not a man. But I know a mother, it's a whole nother different thing. Mm-hmm. You say, remember the school bus death last year? The side not surviving. The little girl on the bus on her phone. Little girl. Oh, really? What state was that? I'm gonna look it up. It's probably on YouTube too. You think it's on YouTube? It just breaks my heart. That's why I didn't want my daughter to have all these kids. I had 2 kids and got my tubes tied at the age of 23 years young. After my daughter was born, I had a C-section. I knew I was having. Well, I knew I was having a C-section, but I knew I was having my tubes tied after her. I signed the paper 30 days before she was to deliver. She almost died because I wasn't taking my iron and vitamins, and so she had to have a blood transfusion. And they said had she would have passed away while I was out cold, they wouldn't have tied my tubes. They would have asked me if I still want them tied. But she survived. They gave her blood transfusion. Thank God my good girlfriend was there with me because I was out cold. I couldn't get permission for them to do nothing. She gave permission for them to give her the blood transfusion. I got my tubes tied. I knew I didn't want to bring no bunch of kids in this fucked up world. We talking about 89. 1989, I knew as a 23-year-old woman, the things I was seeing and things that I was feeling in my spirit, that this was not a place to bring a bunch of kids in the world. That you got to be a selfish motherfucker, or that got to be God straight up will, because I was not finna do it. It was a disabled young black beautiful girl in a wheelchair choked on her seatbelt. Oh my God. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look in the search box. Little girl choke on seatbelt. That's what I'm gonna do. The A on the bus was not facing the girl and was facing the opposite way, listening to her phone. Oh. Say, Nikki, yes, I told the little girl's mom that was messing with my daughter. Next time your child hits my child, I'm going to hit you. She stopped real quick. Ooh, we ain't playing. We is not playing, y'all. But that's sad though. We should be able to. Back in the day, anybody could tell your kid right from wrong, and you better not say shit. Miss Jenkins gonna tell girl grandmama. She gonna tell your mama. You gonna get it. But people had more, care and concern back then. They wasn't on no old janky shit like you hear a lot about the pastor and the deacon and the choir rehearsal when your daughter been touched and on the soccer team and her manager at McDonald's just doing this to her. All kind of shit going on now. It probably was going on all the time, but not at this pace. And we weren't hearing about it because we don't have, social media back then. Yes, Tashana, you got to. Nikki ain't playing, baby. Yes, that is really sad. Oh, I couldn't do it. Now I told my daughter I didn't want to have all them goddamn kids. And she finally got her tubes tied and she had the fifth baby. I'm like, how in the hell is the doctor not gonna tie your tubes at 3? Back then, I always told that you could only have 3 C-sections. My daughter had 5 damn C-sections, y'all. 5. Not 1, 2, or 3. 5. And I was trying to figure out how did that happen. Well, she finally got it done, baby. Having all these damn kids. Anybody can screw, dogs screw and have a bunch of litters. You got to be able to be mentally and financially and emotionally and spiritually connected and wired right to want to nurture that and be there with them 24/7 because you got the ends. Your man, your husband work, he set y'all up. You ain't got to do nothing but keep the house cooked, clean, and do everything for these kids. And then y'all go on vacation. You get some mommy time. You get some me time from the kids. But your job, once you start spitting them out, is to be there 24/7, not dump them off on no daycare and dump them off with the daddy and the auntie and the grandmama. That is not how it's supposed to go. Well, I thought for the cesarean, I thought it was only allowed to but 5. Yeah, that's a lot. When I was coming up having them, it was told that you had to only have 3. I don't know if it's because she had some of the kids at one hospital and some at the other hospital. But what about she was going to her prenatal appointments? So I don't know how that even got past them. I don't know. That shit still bothers me to this day. I'm like, damn, I guess they must really supposed to been here these 5 kids because I ain't never heard nobody having no 5 C-sections. Hell yeah. And she had a what you call that? What is that? A hernia. So every time she delivered the babies that it'll hang down there like that because it'll only happen when she get pregnant. That was a lot of weight down there. A lot of pressure. Is it true that Wood is in Las Vegas by himself? Yeah, that's what he was, but we don't know because he ain't posted in 2 days and she ain't posted in 2 days. Shit, we don't even know if they still alive. But somebody got on Mo's live early and said that they cousin or sister seen Peaches in Target at the same time when we was all on live. And then somebody else got in this one. I can't remember. Jane, I can't think. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. But she said that she thinking Peaches may be sick. And I mean, she might be sick and she might want to Target to get some medicine. Who knows? Well, she been sick mentally. Shit. For her to be, if she is sick and that's why she ain't been posted, she must be really sick because she ain't even typed nothing on her community post wall. Like, I'm not feeling good today, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Or any little dumb shit she'll post, like how many of y'all got credit cards. Just don't know what the fuck to say. So I don't know. 'Cause I was like, I thought maybe he unalived and shit. I'm like, damn, did you what are you doing? You don't even post content. We can't get your lazy ass to make fried chicken on a regular basis and show up. We can't get you to do a dance on a regular basis. It's gotta be some out the blue shit. Now you over here posting content at a hotel out of state? Who in the hell left the gate open? sick in the head, child. Real life, they might be in jail, huh? she not jail. She in jail without a bail. Y'all remember that song? In jail because he failed. I can't remember one of them rap groups made it. She reminded you. She said they might be in jail, but somebody said they seen her talk today, so I'm gonna believe everything good. She just probably was in her feelings when he was gone. She wasn't feeling too good, and she didn't want to post because she had an attitude, and she couldn't really come on here and say nothing negative if she gave him the money to go because they got into it. Because remember, y'all, she did diss him, talking about she think it's so fucking ugly way he put those letters up. Them little ragged ass letters have to go up no goddamn way. Shit, we only see all that boring ass content. We don't give a fuck about what her room looked like. I don't give a fuck. I don't know. A lot of people probably do. I'm sorry, y'all, if I offended y'all. But I don't give a fuck about her shopping, what she buying, how much money she spending. That's not fucking content. That's supposed to be what you showing while you're doing content as well. That shouldn't be your content. That's just you sharing. Because, hey, it all can be content because you do content as well, wherever it is. Whether you making pies every goddamn day, you showing us how you clean up every day, and what new meal you looked up and made a crock pot meal today, showing us step by step. And in the meanwhile, you showed us why you went to go get the shit. Yeah, I can G for that. But that shit she be posting ain't no goddamn content. She ain't no content creator. She's a chaos creator with nothing else to post. And she ain't got nothing to talk about. Cause she ain't on shit. She can't dance. Them little whack ass dance, them terrible ass knees, all that fucking weight in her stomach. Don't be pregnant again. The fuck she gonna do? Nothing. That goofy ass smile. They be up there pumping her up. Oh, I love the smile at the end. Y'all all slow. Who the fuck like that? That smile remind me of some shit I see her son Choice do. And he don't even look like he smile hard. Shit. Who's the autistic one for real? Oh, child. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. But I'm so serious. I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I love y'all. It's almost 10 o'clock, y'all. I see y'all tomorrow. Go check out my shorts right now, y'all, if y'all ain't seen them today. If you ain't had a chance yet, y'all get on a real life simulation. She hooked me up today. She did my action figures. She got you too. Go over there and check out her page. Heaven sent don't do no content. Who else? Tashana, go check her out over there. Yeah, yeah. Who else in here do content? Who else? Who at Nikki's motivational channel? Yay! Let's go, y'all. Let's support one another, y'all. Everybody in here, I see, got some good content. And the more I see y'all in my comments, that's my reminder to click on your profile and go check you out, baby. Who else over here? Ooh, child, let me see. I wish everybody did content. I really do. But everybody don't want to do it. Not right now. So, TD, do you do content? Are you still here? I know Nerly don't. Deborah Ray don't. Shannon don't. Anyway, y'all, go ahead and your average logical think. I think she do content. Jeremiah, he not in here, but I don't know. I thought about him. He's so funny. We got who else be over here? Crystal Coachman. We have Fit to Flex. Mo, let's talk about it with Toya, Miss Loretta, Psychology Eats. Who else? Sherry Taylor, Kimmy's World, our girl Jess E. Who else? There's so many people, y'all. Anyway, y'all, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I still can't comment on the shorts. Oh, I probably got to take that damn wrench off of your name, Tashana. It's like everybody I got with a wrench that's a moderator, it's like they can't comment. So I'm gonna take it off, and then you try to go comment like 10 minutes. Oh yeah, entertainment you love. Thank you for reminding me. Please put the link for the channel in the chat. In the chat. I don't know if it'll let me. Go look on my community post wall. That's why I put it at. I don't know if it'll let me do it on here, but I'll try. And if not, just go check my community post wall in about 15 minutes, and you will see it. All right, y'all. Good night. Love y'all. Mwah.